Happy 20th birthday to me. I'm trying to like be hot. But it's my 20th birthday. You want to know something great about that? At 20 years old, I haven't yet. I have not had a published publication. I've never written a novel or even a story. I've never made a video game. I've never like done advanced math. I've never like done a single advanced math proof other than like maybe like an identity thing for groups. I've never I've never done like a lot with my life. Most I could say I've accomplished at 20. I'm in a quantum mechanics class. Like, I want to know something great about that? It's that I don't have like I can be realistic with myself. Like, there's no pressure. There's no pressure anymore. When I was 19, it was like, well, shit, I gotta do so much shit before I'm so fucking old that I can't. I'm just gonna be unimpressive or something. Like, what? Now that I'm here, I'm 20. I don't know what I expect it to be. Most people, when they're 20, they've taken like a year of advanced math courses already. That's really great for them. And I didn't get that because of like what? I just shit happens, man. I don't know what to say. And I was like, well, you guys must think you're like better than me because you took advanced math courses younger than me. You must pity me, right? Nobody cares. I want to learn advanced math. I don't think I need anyone to help me with that other than like professors. I just want to like do math. Like, I want to just do like advanced math for shits and giggles. You want to know what I do like? I really like my friends. I want to explore more. The only thing I don't regret not getting published at the age of 18 or something. I don't regret not doing research yet. That's the funniest thing. Like, I wish I had that experience right now because it would make my career easier. But I regret not going out in Seattle more. I regret not like doing more stuff, you know? I wish I did more shit. I wish I made more music. I wish I really took that interest seriously so that I could have been around musicians. I wish I could have made composing an actual thing in my life. I wish I was like around musicians right now, playing piano and composing music and composing classical music again. I wish I was like I wish I finished more physics and math books. I have this one, Differential Geometry for Physicists. You're not an advanced math person, you can't read this. Okay. But anyways, like it's crazy. It's crazy what like I haven't accomplished and what like I want to accomplish still. And I'm gonna get there someday. That's literally insane. Like, I don't know what I expected by 20. But now that I'm here, now I'm realizing, well, nothing I do is inherently like cool or impressive anymore. It's just like the norm. And that's good. That's what I want. Because if I do something, I don't want to be called smart. I want to be like, oh shit, yeah, you're 20. You're supposed to understand that. Good. Good. That means you have better expectations of me. You have more realistic expectations of me. Like, even though I'm not 30, I'm not 30 where it's like I have everything figured out. Like, I don't have that yet. No. I'm 20. I'm going to go to my 30 soon. I'm going to make mistakes. Like, that's fucking awesome. It's literally so fucking awesome. Like, great. Now I can start figuring myself out without worrying about having to impress people. I don't have to worry about like being an actor, singer, songwriter, all these things at once. I don't have to worry about that. I don't know how to explain that. I just don't have to worry about it. And a lot of people will be like, "Well, I don't feel that way. You're weird." Like, I'm judging you now. Like come on, you didn't have any ambitions growing up? You didn't. Okay. I mean, you can lie to yourself like that, but I don't care. Like, I'm not even like I feel good because I'm not farther than where I'm supposed to be. Because I couldn't ever deal with that stress. I couldn't deal with that stress. I didn't feel like I could be farther than where I'm at right now. And that's because I procrastinate a lot. I do a lot of procrastination. That's pretty much it. That's the only thing I can tell you, and it's not on purpose. I procrastinated on accident. I'm supposed to be writing an English essay. Tell me why I'm trying to read Differential Geometry for Physicists by Bo Yu Hu and Bo Wan Ho. Like, tell me why. Tell me why. Tell me why I want to read this book instead of finishing my essay. And tell me why the way that I figured out how to even start my essay is by giving myself 10 minutes to do the essay and then spending 30 minutes not writing the essay. Because I don't want to do the damn essay. I'm 20 years old. I don't want to do shit that I need to do because I don't fucking care. Like, whatever. This is like living. This is life. This is the way I live life. Being constrained is not the way I live life. Writing essays I don't want to write is not the way I live life. But you know what? I chose to do it. So I'm going to do it. There is so much time that I have left. And I want to spend that time doing things I love. And figuring out how to do things that I need to do. So, I guess the reason I'm making this video is to celebrate how little I've accomplished. Because I thought I was going to accomplish more. Maybe it was big ego, maybe it was arrogance, maybe it was something else, but now it's settled in. I'm 20 years old and I haven't accomplished much. Even if I was getting good grades, even if I had been getting published research, even if I had anything to my name right now, which I don't. I'm 20. No one fucking cares at this point. You know? I'm sorry, nothing you do is impressive anymore. And I actually really like that. I like that. Now I don't have to worry about that idea of impressing people just because of how young I am. It makes things a lot easier. It makes me want to do things for the inherent love of it. You know, I want to do things that I like because I like to do it. No longer will people like be impressed or just like be like, wow, that's cool because you're young. That's a really good feeling. And I feel ready to accomplish things now. Like, yeah. I would much rather celebrate the fact that I feel better about accomplishing things than worry about not accomplishing them. What age? You want to know what age Agatha Christie was when she wrote her first novel? I want to write a novel one day. You want to know how old she was? 30. No, she was 22, I think, when she published her first novel. But you want to know when she got famous? I think it was like 30. She was like a decade older than me. And I haven't read my first novel yet. The world is full of inexperienced people who are trying things for the first time. And I am that. I would much rather be that. I would much rather be doing things that I'm not familiar with than doing things I am familiar with. That's why I'm not a musician or a composer right now. Because I could never. That's why I'm choosing to be a scientist, because I haven't experienced being a scientist yet. So, I'm choosing that. You wanna know what else I haven't done? I haven't experienced being like a singer. I haven't experienced being a Vocaloid artist, which is what I want to do. I haven't experienced reading this book. I haven't experienced, writing a novel. I haven't experienced a lot of things. And I want to chase those new experiences. I'm a spiritual person chasing new things in life. And even though that sounds like kind of sarcastic and kind of like fake, that's like true. I would much rather have that be true about me than to like not be honest with myself. Like just straight up, I just like exploring new things. I don't know how else to put it. So yeah, I'm going to exist in this place and time, aware of who I am. Because for so many years I've been burdened by thinking I need to impress people, or just loving the feeling of impressing people and not admitting it. Now I don't get that inherently. I don't get that inherently. It's like I'm not gonna impress somebody by saying that I can sing and I am telling you at the age of 19. I'm not Mafu Mafu. Like Mafu Mafu didn't sing and I'm telling you he published his first song at 19 and people are gonna be like, wow, that's crazy. Mafu Mafu published his first song at 19. He was so young. But like imagine if he published it just like 1 year later. Be like, oh, he published his first song at 20. I'm literally laughing. I'm like, oh my god. I don't need to worry about age anymore. I don't need to worry about being early. I don't need to justify to myself this ridiculous idea that I need to do everything early. Like, you get it. I get it. I got it. Not you, but I got it in my heart. I got it in my mind that I need to be early. I need to be impressive. But fuck that, dude. How the fuck am I supposed to be early? I procrastinate all the damn time. I'm procrastinating right now. How am I supposed to be early? Like, where is this idea coming from that I can be early of all people? Like, I was never taught how to do things earlier than, like, others. Like, sure, I know the theory, but I never did it. Like, how was I supposed to be early, right? Like, I procrastinate. I do things that I want to do instead of things that I need to do. And even if I want to do things, I find it hard to schedule it. I find it hard to manage my time. I just do things that distract me. I let life distract me. But you know what? Just now, I was watching TV. I was learning about fucking Cuphead. I was like, wow, these guys are so inspirational. They didn't know how to make a video game. They just like went in and made a video game. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, wait a minute. I need to do my essay. So you want to know what I did? My hand automatically turned off the TV for me. I didn't even do it. It was like my brain just like... I was like, ah! I was like screaming in my head. And I'm recording this video because I'm like, well, I need to solidify this using peer pressure. This needs to be solidified now in my head. I am 20. I'm 20. And I've accomplished nothing, and I'm not sad about that. I'm happy about that because the biggest burden on my shoulders was thinking that I needed to accomplish something at a younger age. And maybe other people didn't have that burden or something. But, like, this is my burden. And I'm so glad to be rid of it. I wish I could have dealt with it before I was 20. Maybe if someone, like, wants to give advice to, like, a 19-year-old, like, why would I give an advice to 19-year-olds? Like, I literally just stopped being 19. I'm pretty much still 19. Like, I was 19, like, 2 hours ago. Now I'm 20. Like, what am I supposed to tell you? Be a 19-year-old differently? Like, I just finished that shit, bro. Like, now you fucking figure it out yourself, dude. I don't know what to tell you. You're experiencing different problems than me. If everybody's fundamentally experiencing the same thing or needs the same goddamn advice, well then wouldn't, like, one book on the human experience work? No. Human experience isn't the same for everybody. Everybody needs to hear advice interpreted their own way. There's a lot of things that a lot of young people need to hear. But you know what? I'm still young. I just don't have the burden of impressing people anymore. That's a burden. And it hurts. Because if I never had that burden, if I never thought about my age, not a single time, I wouldn't worry. Because here's the thing. I composed my first orchestral piece at the age of 15. That's right. Are you impressed? I'm not fucking impressed. When I was 15, I wrote that piece. It sounded like shit. I was 14 actually. I was in middle school. I was in middle school. I was like 14. I wrote that piece. You want to know what I heard? Not Mozart. I didn't hear Beethoven. I didn't hear Franz Liszt. I did not hear Maurice Ravel. I heard me. And I was like, why am I not better than Maurice Ravel? Why am I not better than Mozart at 40? Why am I not better than Beethoven? I'm 14. If I don't sound like them right now, I sound like shit forever. I'm not gonna be remembered. I'm gonna be forgotten. No one's gonna know who I am. Oh well. Well, I'm 20 now, and I haven't even written a symphony. Oh no, I haven't written a symphony! Like, 14-year-old me would be fucking freaking the hell out. You spent 6 years learning how to compose, and you know. I just started reading the actual orchestration manual that Hector Berlioz, edited by Richard Strauss. I just started reading that shit at the age of 20. You wanna know something fucking crazy? There are people who are probably 19 who already read that book. There are people who are 16 who read that book. There are people who are 10 who read that book. Because people can read. And that's the thing that was holding me back for like years. I would open the book and then I would try to write a symphony, but I would get more focused on doing the symphony than understanding the stuff because I'm like, well, I need to impress people instead of writing the symphony, instead of learning how to write a symphony. I didn't care about learning. I cared more about impressing people. And it's not because I'm an arrogant person. It's not because I like validation, actually. Well, I like validation. Everybody loves validation. No, no, no. It was simply the fact that I get more focused. It's easier. It's easier to be focused on the motivation of impressing people than it is on the intrinsic motivation of learning things on your own. But I have that intrinsic motivation now. And it's not, I don't need to impress nobody. Because you want to know what? My intrinsic motivation never beat out my external motivation. But as I turn 20, as I realize how little I've accomplished, my internal motivation is overtaking that external motivation. I don't need to impress anybody, and it's because of therapy. I'm not saying like everybody gets like, it's not like they turn 20 and suddenly their brain stops like wanting to impress people. I'm not saying that. That's like ridiculous. I'm just like, it's just I happen to know that like 20s is making your mistakes, and also people don't really like think you're young when you're 20 because, you know, some guy on YouTube said, or some girl on YouTube. I don't want to verify that claim because I'm trying to deal. Let's ignore everything. Okay? I am happy with the way my life is going to go. I'm unhappy with my faults at this moment. Because I wish I could have wrote that essay already. That's a week overdue. It's going to get late points taken off. I wish I could have done my quantum physics homework, and I wish I could have caught up on my sound design class already. I wish I wasn't a procrastinator. Those are the things I wish I wasn't. I know something? Now I have no excuses. I'm 20. I'm 20 years old. I have no excuses. Not only that, but I don't care about impressing the professors of my age, which is the thing that I felt like would drive me to do more. And now I just have ambitions and I want to do more, but I don't have to worry about that anxiety of impressing people. I don't have to. I don't have to worry about it. I get so much anxiety thinking about impressing people because I know I can't impress them. That's the truth, and I don't want to. I don't want to impress anyone anymore. I don't even have to. I'm too old. I'm too old to be impressive. That means now I can actually be impressive because being young isn't impressive. It's the act of putting effort in. I mean, I wish I could say that, but honestly, like, what is the idea of impressive? Like, of course, it's more impressive when a young person can do something. They're like supposed to be stupider. So how is it that they're better? You know, that's like probably the logic everybody's thinking when they hear about somebody doing something impressive. Oh my God, you got a published research paper at 18? You're supposed to be a dumbass like I was, but like what? How is that impressive? Maybe they just liked physics more. Doesn't mean they're not a dumbass. Well, what if at the age of 18 they got a published scientific paper but they never dated anybody before and they're like crying about love and whining about like love and they're like, oh my God, nobody is ever gonna love me. But they published a math paper at the age of 18. They're a math prodigy. It cancels out the not impressive parts of them. You know? No, they're like, it's impressive because they put effort into mathematics more than I could have put effort in at that age. They were very smart about mathematics, but I was more intelligent about them about dating at the age of 18 because I dated like 8 people at the age of 18 versus this person Who's like crying about never having dated anyone before? That's like it doesn't cancel out the math impressiveness, but it does kind of like cancel out the overall like mystique of being young and impressive. It's like now I know it's possible to be damaged and also like a not fully complete person, even though you could be like very highly intelligent, you could be very well published, you could be all these things, but that doesn't mean you're full, it doesn't mean you're whole, it doesn't mean anything. It just means you got a paper published at the age of 18 as a math person, or maybe you wrote your first novel, maybe you wrote like 1,000,000 words at the age of 18. You know, maybe you wrote 1,000,000 words at the age of 19. Maybe you got your first novel published at the age of 16, 14, 12, 10. Are they completed human beings yet? It's impressive because they put a lot of effort in. They have a lot of creativity. They did a lot of writing. You know? You're like my logic is no longer my longer I don't want to think like, "Oh my god, you're supposed to be a stupid young person. How could you be like better than me?" Like no, that's not like like I'm not gonna be like inherently impressed anymore. I don't want to impress people because I'm not inherently impressive for like seeming for like I'm supposed to be stupid, right? Because I'm young. But me not being stupid is impressive. But like why is that impressive? I'm still stupid. I'm just not stupid in this one thing. I'm not very good at many things. I'm a horrible pianist. I'm a terrible composer. I am a terrible mathematician. I'm a terrible physicist. I'm terrible at everything. But you want to know what? You want to know what the one thing that I could say. Like I still like though I don't know like as I turn 20 it's like why did I care so much about impressiveness? What was the point? Literally, what was the point? Like what's the crucial factor in making me impressive? I never questioned that. What does make you impressive? It's effort, it's putting effort in. But my brain thought that impressive was age. And the effort I put in was not impressive. And I was afraid, like, I was like, I don't understand being impressive now. But now I do understand being impressive. It's when, it's when you're able to do something that others cannot. And it's not because of your age. It's not because of anything else. You can be impressive in any way you want. The way people quantify impressiveness is relative to them. But the way I want to quantify impressiveness now, because I have no other choice, because I'm coping with being bad and mediocre. Like, come on, if you've ever seen any of my posts, like, of course I'm coping with being mediocre and bad. The only way I can deal with being a not very impressive or interesting person is to just become impressive. And now I can become impressive for the right reasons. Not to show how smart I am because I'm young and I'm getting this at a younger age to show I'm better or something. No, that doesn't work anymore. Now, if I learn anything, it's not impressive. I'm not smarter. My brain's not better functioning than you. Like, no, that's not it anymore. That's not it. That's just not it. Now I can be impressive for putting effort in. And it's the only way I can be impressive. I can't be impressive by learning things and not knowing it. At 20, I just seem like an ignorant jerk. Oh, look at me. I barely know how to orchestrate symphonies. But like I'm 20. I'm 20 years old and I don't know how to orchestrate a concerto. But like here's my concerto. I'm sorry it's not super good, guys. I'm 20 years old and I've been studying composition my whole life. I'm sorry my concerto wasn't that good, but it's actually really good, right? Because I'm so young. That line of logic doesn't work anymore. It just doesn't. It doesn't work for me. I'm not allowed to not know things. I'm not allowed to not put effort in. I'm not allowed to skirt by on this vague idea of impressiveness anymore. I'm not allowed. because I'm too old to impress people with surface level knowledge. Now I have to know what the hell I'm talking about and engage in discourse with adults. Because no matter what you say, adults don't take kids seriously, which is why kids are more impressive. But now that I'm not a kid, now that they don't see me as a teenager, now comes a time that I have to engage in discourse like an adult, a mature person. And I wish I was taught that when I was a kid. To engage in societal discourse and intellectual topics and anything, not just academia, not just music, but everything. To engage in it like an adult, even if they think I'm a kid. Because if I just never worried about being a kid, being young, so much of my problems would have been easier to deal with. Because that layer of you know, personal, like, that layer of insecurity that veiled my mind, hiding the truth of who I am from me. If I never worried about that, then I could have got to the heart of my issues, which is just that I don't know how to focus. I don't know. I'm just so bad at procrastinating. But so much came out of that. So much came out of that shame of not being impressive. And now I don't have to worry. So yes, I refuse the idea of that. I refuse the idea that I'm impressive, because now I'm not. I feel like a huge relief has been given to me. Now if I'm a bad person, I'm an adult bad person. Now if I'm stupid, I'm adult stupid. Now if I'm smart, I'm adult smart. It's not the same shit as kid. It's not the same shit as kid smart. Thank you for letting me make this video myself. You just wasted your own time. But you know what? You got to talk. That's great.